Hey there, engineers! Today let's dive into one of the most fundamental aspects of building design foundations. Specifically, we're going to break down pile foundations and mat foundations and how to calculate them. First, let's tackle pile foundations. Picture this, you're working on a site with unstable soil. What do? You drive piles deep into the ground to reach stable soil layers or rock. These piles transfer the load from the building to the stronger layers beneath. But how do you calculate the number and size of those piles? Well, it starts with a soil investigation report. You need data on soil type, layers, and bearing capacity. Next, you calculate the load your building will impose. This includes dead loads, live loads, and environmental loads. Once you have that, you determine the bearing capacity of a single pile. Divide the total building load by the bearing capacity of one pile, and you get the number of piles needed. But remember, factors like pile spacing and group efficiency also come into play. Now let's move on to mat foundations. Imagine you're working on a site with weak soil, but prefer a shallow foundation. A mat foundation spreads the load over a large area, reducing stress on the soil. It's like placing a heavy object on a wide, flat board instead of a narrow one. To calculate a mat foundation, start with the same initial steps: soil investigation and load calculation. Then you determine the size of the mat by dividing the total building load by the allowable soil pressure. This gives you the area needed to support the building. Next, calculate the thickness of the mat to ensure it can handle the bending moments and shear forces. One more thing: reinforcement. Both pile and mat foundations need properly designed reinforcement to handle tensile forces. For piles, this means reinforcing cages. For mats, it's a grid of steel bars placed within the concrete. Make sure to follow the relevant codes and standards for your region. So which one is better? It depends on your project's specific conditions and constraints. Pile foundations are great for deep, unstable soils, while mat foundations work well for shallow, weak soils. Each has its own set of calculations and considerations. And there you have it, a quick primer on pile and mat foundations. Remember, the key is to understand your soil and load conditions before making a decision. Thanks for watching, and happy calculating.